Hey, how do you like this? I'm Dan Israel, and you're watching TomWasHere.
Hi everyone, TomWasHere, back at it with another weight loss update. This is weight loss, what's this, part 4, I guess you could say? And,
Oh, who's this?
the turd is about to fall in the pool. And, you know, I kind of want to talk about the latest of what was going on, because it's been a little while since I did a weight loss update. It's actually been a little while since I did a TomWasHere video. It's actually been probably over a month since I did a TomWasHere video, and the reason for that is the reason that has ended many a weight loss journey in the past, and that's my nagging foot that hates me, I swear. It's a plantar fasciitis, or I don't know. I always butcher the pronunciation of it. But I had a particularly bad case of this one this time around. That, you know, for those that are familiar, when you have this sort of thing, your foot becomes immobile. You can't use it. And not only has it become immobile, but any slight terrain difference, any slight anything, any bump into it is like a lightning rod of pain that shoots up your foot and into your leg. And it's horrible. And as such, I've been pretty immobile the past month plus, because I have hardly been able to do anything, because it took weeks. Normally, this plantar thing lasts maybe like a week and a half. This one, I think, lasted about 2.5 weeks before I was able to fully walk. And I'll be honest, I have not fully got to 100% just yet. I can walk, I can function, but it's there. It's a nagging thing that is there, and it makes it very difficult to do anything, at least as far as like walking, you know, navigating, doing things. It's definitely something that you know, is not, it's definitely something that's not fun. It's not fun. It's not enjoyable. It makes it very difficult, and I'm not happy about it, because it's kind of affected my whole summer as far as going out, doing things, you know, not just getting active for the weight loss thing, but even just getting out and doing videos. I have hardly been able to do anything. It's been especially frustrating. But now that I'm kind of getting back to 100%, I'm able to do, you know, videos, work on some videos, have some things in the works that I'm pretty excited about as far as the TomWasHere channel is concerned. But as far as the weight loss journey is concerned, I have not been able to go out and get active at all, because I've basically been just sitting around for most of the summer. It's been kind of a bummer, if you ask me. But the other issue that we left off with was the concern with Zepbound. So with Zepbound, there was some concern as to whether I'd be able to get another dose or not. Now, I went a whole month without getting a dose. I was on the 5 milligram. I was moving to the 7.5. And then the nationwide shortage occurs. When the nationwide shortage occurred, I was off Zepbound for a month. Now, the cool thing is I didn't gain weight on it. I was able to keep, you know, kind of maintain and not lose weight on it. But in the past time or so, I was able to get on the 2.5 because that was what Walmart had available. So Walmart wasn't my pharmacy I started out with. I started out with Rite Aid, and I went to Giant Eagle, and now with Walmart. Basically, I'm going to any pharmacy that will that has this stuff available. So when I went to go see my doctor, they were like, okay, there's something with the pens. So the pens were the issue. It was the needle pen that was the concern, not the actual medication itself. So that she said that they were going to have to start doing vials. They were going to actually sell vials, and then you take the injection and put it in yourself. So you'd have to dose it, you know, stuff like that. Which was fine. I was willing to do that. But then she said, oh, well, Walmart has had some success getting the 2.5 version. So I explained to her, I said, well, I was on the 5 already, so will I have to start over? And she's like, no, you don't have to start over. You know, you get the 2.5, and then, you know, once the 7.5 comes available, you'll just go to 7.5. And I was like, I don't know if that's right, because the idea of Zepbound is it builds up in your system. So you go to 2 to 5 to 7.5 to 10 to 12.5 to 15. and then 15 you're on for, however, how long. So I was like, okay, well, so I was like, okay, well, I'll take the 2.5. I'll take whatever I can get. So I took the 2.5. I did the monthly dose. And then she's like, well, the good news is that Walmart has the 5 now. And I'm like, oh, so I did start over, basically. So I started over anyway. So over this past month, I have been on the 5. So I've been on the 5 again. After, starting over, basically, is what I had to do. I was told I wouldn't have to, but unfortunately I did. And then when I went to go renew, because my next dose is supposed to be for tomorrow, actually, to switch from the 5 to the 7.5. I had them call it into Walmart in the hopes they would have it. I have not heard anything that says they would, and then got a notification that they're available to be picked up. So I don't know if it's Walmart or everywhere or what the deal is. I'll be honest, I haven't really researched a ton to see what's going on. But the good news is that I'm back on track now because they have the 7.5 available, and I have to go to Walmart tomorrow to pick it up. So we're back to where we kind of started before this shortage occurred. I will say there's a couple interesting things, and I don't know if anybody else had to do this beyond me, but when I restarted on the 2.5 and then restarted into 5, both were effective, but I don't feel that they were as effective as the natural progression that the first doses were, if that makes sense. The reason being is that I didn't have nearly the side effects. I mentioned some like the methane burps and stuff like that and the gassiness. Like I had not had that this time around on the 2.5 or the 5. However, I will say there were times when I had more cravings on the 2.5 and the 5 than I had the first time around. Not that I, ate a ton on those cravings. Like there's times I would go and I'd get like, a chips or like a cracker or something like that, and then I eat a few and I'm like, I'm good. But there were times during the 5 when I, the 2.5 especially, when I never had that. Like I didn't even consider or think about food. Now it's like, oh yeah, food's awesome. Like it's like, oh, I haven't eaten in a while, let's have a snack, or I haven't this, let's have some food. But there are also long gaps. I will say with the 5, there are long gaps where I don't eat anything. Which is strange, which, wasn't something I normally do. So I would just be kind of going about my business, not eating, or like I wake up in the morning, so usually on weekends, I'll wake up in the morning and, I'll be like, I won't eat until like later in the day or sometimes until the evening, which I know that's not great either, but I just don't have the desire or the need to do that. So that's kind of the strange thing. It seems like it's been two different, not completely different, but two at least slightly different experiences from the 2.5 and the 5 starting out to the 2.5 and the 5 now. Now that could be my body adapting to this medication. What's going to be interesting is picking up the 7.5 tomorrow, as that is uncharted waters in that regard, because I don't know how the 7.5 will affect. But the good news is that having regularly progressed on the 2.5 and the 5 now we're more on of a steady track than what we were on before, which is a great thing. So that is good. My foot's getting back to normal just in time for summer to be over, which is terrific. But I'm hoping to get out there more, to do more videos, and to get more active, to help with losing some of this weight, because I'll be honest, my foot became the focus. For anybody who has a plantar thing, your foot kind of becomes the focus and you forget about everything else. Like I have videos in the can. I didn't want to edit them. I didn't want to do anything with them. I didn't want to do anything for the channel. I didn't want to work. I didn't want to play video games. I didn't want to do anything on the worst that this thing is. You just want to like sit there and hope it goes away. That was my whole thing, was just hoping it would go away. And now that it kind of has, it's still that nagging thing that I don't want to, I don't want to chance it and start well, let's just walk over to Kennywood. Let's walk a mile, in Kennywood for a day and, be afraid that it was, it would re-aggravate it, because I don't want to do that. But every time I put on my shoe now, it's like there. And the weird thing is that the other thing with this is that the last time it was like, almost like the top to middle of my foot. This time it's the heel to like that bone behind. It's especially the bone behind the heel. And I mean, I'm no podiatrist. I can't remember what that's called offhand, but oh man, does it hurt. It hurts almost constantly. And so the one time it doesn't really hurt is when I'm in the pool. So I go over to my parents' house to this pool here, and I try to work it out as best as I can in the hopes that, you know, it will run into a situation where I wake up one day and it's immobile again, because over the next few weeks, I will be on the go. Lots of travels, lots of things in the works for the next few weeks. So I need this to be, I need this to get back to normal. I need to be able to function and walk properly. I need to be able to do this for my big adventures. And the hopes being is that I can also, you know, get out and get active more and lose some of this weight, lose some of this, this, I can tell I'm definitely lighter. I don't know to the tune of what, because honestly, I didn't check it. I have not checked my weight recently. I feel like I've been eating not nearly as much as I did before the medication. So it gotta be down. The question is, how far down? Is it to the, is it only a few pounds from where I last weighed in? It could be the case. I don't know. It's definitely not something where, these things with like celebrities and people are like, it's like, oh, they took Zepbound, or they took Wegovy, or, what's the other one? The one I always forget about. They take it, and it's Ozempic. They're like, yeah, you take it for like a week and they've lost like 50 pounds. It's definitely not that. It's far more gradual. Talk about like a few pounds here and there. I'm sure that could be helped with, more active exercise. But since my foot has been nagging issue, I have not had or been able to do any of that, which is kind of disappointing. So, trying to work my way back, working at this weight loss thing, working at the YouTube, trying to function, to get back and active for, not just me, but just, this entire channel. So that's where I'm at currently. Just want to give you an update as to what was going on, because, in other previous weight loss journeys, I've kind of left you high and dry, where I was like, it's like weight loss week 1 or part 1, part 2, part 3, disappear. And then you see like a year later, like, hey, I'm back. I'm trying to lose weight again. Because what would happen is I would fall off the wagon. I would fall off the wagon because of this very thing, because of a foot thing or an injury thing, or just, some other thing that would get in my way, some barrier that I wasn't able to overcome, or maybe didn't want to overcome. And then I was like, you know what, we're just done for a while, and we'll try to get back on it. Because the idea of putting this on the thing is, of course, accountability, and just say that, that. But I failed so many times at doing this in the past, even on YouTube, that is the accountability still there? Hard to say. But we're back. We're doing it. We are back in the mix. We are recommitting to the biz, and we're going to be on 7.5 Zepbound starting tomorrow, which is exciting. It's unknown, and hopefully it will be the shock to the system that I need to then get up, get active, and also eat significantly less. And I don't think I eat a ton now, but it's just, the hope being is that it gets me to the places where I want to be, the goals that I want to hit. But I only know, maybe I lost a ton of weight on this so far. Like, maybe I've lost more weight than I think I have. I can say I was one of these dudes that was always like I had one of these like bellies that were hard as a rock. It was just like a big belly that was just like, it was not a Santa Claus belly. It was a pot belly is what it was. And now it's definitely more, there's definitely some give to it, which it's got to be a good thing. There's no way that's not a good thing. So yeah, that's what we're hoping for. But I do want to step on the scale. We're going to step on the scale here. We'll continue the rest at home, and we'll see how it goes. But let's step on the scale and let's see how we did, because hopefully we did better than I expect expect it to be. Because if I expect to be, I don't know what I expect to be. All right, let's put it this way. I expect to be down. If I'm down, that's a good thing. Now, considering that last weigh-in was a significantly long time ago, it might not be as down as I would like it to be, but let's hope. Let's hope for good things. But let's continue the rest at home, step on the scale, and see how it goes. Okay, let's see how we do. $279.4. Oh, $279.4. I just realized it's been a long while since I had done a video. Kind of with the craziness of the Zepbound thing, I'm not sure, whether I was able to get the higher dose or not, and then going through the lower doses again, basically starting over. It was a little discouraging. I also had that foot thing that really kept me, has ruined, as mentioned, many a weight loss journey before. But 279.4, pretty significant weight loss from the 295 that I weighed in during the last video. Obviously, it's coming off gradually. It's not something where it's coming off in like big chunks, which is understandable and fine. But man, haven't been in the 270s in some time. It's been a little while since I've been in the 270s, even though I'm just sneaking in barely into the 270s, but still pretty cool to see, things working. And it seems like maybe the Zepbound thing has kind of figured itself out. We'll see. I did get the 7.5. I'm on the 7.5 currently. And other than like to that one day where I got real sick, it's been mostly fine. I haven't really had any other side effects or issues since then. But I also don't really eat a ton, or not nearly as much as I did. It's just kind of like not used to be really an important thing in my life to eat regularly, and now I don't even think about it or consider it, which is a strange thing. And I don't know I assume that's the Zepbound thing, but cool to be in the 270s again. Thrilled with that. I just hope I can continue to progress into the highest dose, and then who knows what the ETA is or how long, you're on that dose. My wife's been on Wegovy for some time at the highest dose, so I don't know. There's no stopping point as far as that's concerned. I'm going to continue to stay the course and hopefully be able to get the different doses in me, and obviously I'll let you guys know what the results and the trials and tribulations of that, as well as other things in attempting to lose weight here. But man, to be in the 270s, kind of getting really close, if not, I have to think about it, because the best I ever did weight loss wise was during the pandemic, and that was with no medication or anything. I just, there was a big worry about the world and all that stuff going on, so I was able to lose quite a good bit of weight, but I'm coming really close to that weight goal. So probably since the pandemic, I haven't been this low in weight. I think I did get a little bit lower on during the pandemic. Of course, I started from a lower point as well. Started from a much higher point here. So happy to be kind of, firmly in the 200s at just barely scraping under the 280 mark, which I will take. So let me know your thoughts on Zepbound. Have you been able to get it easier? Is there any issues with that? Let me know your thoughts on, are you on a weight loss journey yourself? How you doing? Hope everybody's doing well. It's kind of why I put myself out here like this, to maybe, if somebody was kind of unsure what to do, to kind of encourage them to, just go for it. It's the one life we got. Now, I love food and I love to eat, but man, it's a bummer, run into things like that foot issue, which I know was caused by me being bigger for the most part. It's funny, it seems I keep losing weight, and, I've had kind of just major foot issues that I'm sure were exacerbated by me, being bigger for so long. So thrilled to be at this weight currently, thrilled to be, kind of on the right track medication-wise, thrilled to be making progress. But that'll do it for the weight loss journey, part 4. Guys, thanks so much for watching. If you are new here, make sure to like, share, subscribe. Like to support me on Patreon, like John Bailey, like Brett Pursing, like Fan, you can do so. Link is in the description below. If you'd like to buy a t-shirt, a TomWasHere t-shirt, you can do so. It's Spreadshirt, as well as links to my eBay store, Facebook page, Instagram, TikTok, whatnot. Pittsburgh City Paper is nominating me as a finalist for Best YouTube Account in Pittsburgh, so make sure to vote for me in the link below. And the Pennsylvania Autograph Collectors Association, links are in the description below. But when it comes to the next weight loss journey or the next video, I will see you soon. But until then, bye everyone.